Hey everybody, it's Izuku here, and I had quite like a long video topic. I was thinking about it while I was at work, like this morning slash last night. I was basically thinking about like how in my life I'm not making better choices, but I am not making bad choices. Like I figured out a way to stop making the bad choices that are holding me back in my life from like my true success. So I was thinking about it, and then before I even left work this morning, I ran straight to the break room, journaled out about like 3 pages of notes. So if I keep looking down, sorry about that. I'll try to edit it up as much as possible, but we have a lot to cover. So the topic of this video is do this to start making better choices. All right. So recently I've been like reflecting on my life and learning through a lot of the reading that I've been doing that my situation that I am in is my fault. All of the choices that I've made in my life have led up to this situation. Like I've complained about like people in my city not being able to afford rent. I chose to live where I am. I'm paying like 1,700 for rent, but like I made the choice to sign the lease. When I toured this place with the like leasing agent, she didn't like pull a gun and say sign this paper. No, like I made the choice to sign this lease, so I cannot sit here and complain about the price of this place. When I like got it, I was working 2 jobs, so like I was able to afford it. But like, now I'm making choices that like are not allowing me to work 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week, like how I was. I complain about like my job and stuff like that. I choose to I literally I work where I am, and like I chose to get the job. It's like not I'm not being forced to work there. Like I could literally go get another job, like, and I could literally leave the city and go get another job. So like what, I can't complain about the job that I have. And other stuff like I complained about being behind in my first place. I chose to like work part-time, spend most of my days playing League of Legends and live on credit. So like before I started trying to become more financially responsible, I racked up a lot of credit card debt, and like I'm suffering the consequences of that now. But I can't sit here and blame uh one roommate not coming through with rent on like time or stuff like that. I should have been more financially responsible. There's plenty of stuff I could have did. I could have had some safety money put up like how I do now, but like I can't. That's all my fault. I chose to swipe the credit card, right? So it's like um I can't choose to blame other people for my problems. Like my whole situation that I'm in right now, I have my nice things in life, but all the things I sit here and complain about on this channel, I made all the choices that led me up here. And like I made a video talking about like being behind. Like I said, I was working 50 to 60 hours when I first worked here. And this one quote from The Millionaire Fastlane, I don't have the book with me like at this very moment. It's like in my bookshelf, but the quote basically said was, you made the choice to play video games 30 hours a week. When I first moved in here, I was live streaming every day and trying to be a professional in Apex. I was making the choice to, put 30, 40 hours into Apex every week, and that put me behind, especially when I came into this place making an income of like 50 to 60 hours a week at my job. I chose to play Apex for 30 hours a week, and because of that, I didn't get to work as much, and I already made videos about it if you guys want to go watch them, but like I got behind for that reason. I started making all the videos about like wanting financial freedom. I can't choose to complain about that because I was the one making poor choices, and I'm like kind of grateful to say like recently I haven't been for like the last week. I've like tried to play video games. I literally turn it off after about like 30 minutes for like the 2 times that I did get on my computer in the last week. But like, it's kind of like a big step for me. I may not have been putting like 30 hours recently now that I was trying to do more self-improvement, but I was still playing video games a couple weeks ago. But like, I may not have been putting 30 hours, but I was still choosing to play video games for like 20 hours a week. I could have been working on the business. I could have been at work getting extra money to put into my business. I could have been making YouTube videos for y'all. I could have just been reading. So like it's just stuff like that, and those are the choices that put me behind, just like playing video games, stuff like that, making quick, hasty financial choices. But I kept making choices like that day after day, week after week, when I was living in my first place, like it was becoming quite a common thing when my roommate wouldn't come through on rent. I didn't do anything to like prevent that from happening, other than like swiping my credit card and forgetting about it. So I put myself in that situation. uh Sometimes when I have to wait till next check in the place I'm living now, because like I say my rent's high. One, I assigned the rent, and two, like I was choosing to play video games for like X amount of hours a week when I could have been, at work at least, or like trying to build a side income. So like that's all my fault. So that was the first page. Now, how to make better choices. What have I been doing that like has made me basically just quit playing video games for like last week, and start paying off a lot of my debt in the last couple months, and really start pulling myself forward in life, making this YouTube channel and stuff like that. You have to find a reason to, make better choices. You're not going to wake up one morning and just be like, all right, today's the day I make better choices, or like today's the day I quit fucking up and swiping the credit card. You have to find a reason that wants to motivate you to not want to do these things. So even though I wanted success, I kept making the wrong choices. Like I said, was playing the video games, was swiping the credit card when I didn't work enough and I needed money. I have a high credit score. That I have a lot of fucking credit limit. Like I just swipe it like it's nothing. I learned some self-control because I had to read some books about financial literacy. What made me do that? You just have to think about like what you want. I want like a cabin in the redwoods. I don't know why. Like I like redwood forest, but like I just want a cabin that I could go to, and I also want time that I could go to the cabin. I want a house with a yard for like my dog. He's like one of the video thumbnails that's like featured on the channel. Like I want a yard for my dog. I live in an apartment now. I have a fucking pit bull. It's not fair to my pit bull that that he has to live in an apartment. Like I want to get a house for him. I want to retire my mom, stuff like that. I don't want to drive overnight in like blizzards to get to work and then, come back, risking my life in my car at the same time. So like stuff like that. Though those are stuff that like I want. You have to find what you want, but like once you list out what you want, you may want a house. You may want to also retire your mom. You may want a big yard for your dog or some shit like that. Whatever you want. You may want like a guitar amp for your music passion. Whatever you want, those are passions. All right, those are literal passions. Okay. You may not have a passion for whatever business you're like trying to get into, but now that you have a list of like stuff that you like want that are like physical items, those are now passions. You could turn them into passions, retiring your mom, getting a house for your dog or some shit. So use these to drive your success. What I did basically is before when I was playing video games, my computer screen was just the default Windows screen, and same thing with my phone, but that was like a few months ago. But basically on my phone, I wrote down a note of like how I really do not want to work overnights at work. I don't want to drive in blizzards and stuff like that. And I set that to be like my phone screensaver. So now I see that note to myself every time I open up my phone, right? So that kind of got me off of social media. But like and like I already quit making those bad decisions like a long time ago, I don't really dabble in social media besides making YouTube videos. But as for like playing video games, I put a picture of that cabin in the redwoods, as my home screen, and then a picture of a house with a yard as like the lock screen on the computer, and it's stuff like that. So now whenever I turn on this computer that I've been using to play video games, which is like also my workspace, I turn on the computer and I see my passions, what's in front of me. I also have a couple other pictures of like other stuff that I want to do in my life, and a couple notes of reminding me of like my escape number. That's also like a thing from the Millionaire Fastlane, the book. I could explain that in a different video. notes of like goals I want to do. Like I said, retiring my mom, getting my dog a yard, not working at work, stuff like that. I have that all on the wall, just like, so I have constant reminders now on my workspace. I put this up like a week ago. And anytime I sit here and like I try to play video games, I just feel guilty as fuck. Is just like playing video games. So like I said, I would try to play like World of Warcraft with my homies, turn it off. Playing Overwatch with the homies, I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes, and like one of my homies went to go like get a snack or something. I'm sitting here for 5 minutes just staring at the wall of all this shit that I have up there, and I'm just like, these are reminders of that I shouldn't be sitting here playing video games. I'm not making the right choices to get me to like what my actual goal that I wanted. Being a millionaire, being able to do all these things. Travel the world, see the greater things in life, retire your bloodline. Stuff like that. And I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm playing video games, but I'm looking at reminders of what I want, and it kind of just makes you get the fuck off the game, man. It made me realize I don't really have anything to do. So it made me even stay later at work, because I was about to come home, but I was like, what am I going to go home to do? I'm not going home to play video games. And I don't really have any thing to do for like my business besides like make a YouTube video. And other than that, time's just waiting for me to get some money so I could, start some stuff up. But it's like, if I made the choice to come home early, that would just prolong that whole other business venture. And then what would I do with the time? It's about just making better choices. So like that's kind of just how I was making better choices. I kind of got on a rant right there, but it's just about setting up those reminders. Set it on your phone screen, set it on your computer lock screen, set up some notes around your room. Have your front note in your journal like a list of like actual shit you want. Other than that, like, yeah, that's kind of all I really got. That's kind of all the notes we went through. We actually kind of got through this video pretty fast, so anybody who stuck through to the end, I'd like to thank you for watching. A quick reminder for tomorrow. Tomorrow, 4 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. That would be like 2 to 3 Mountain Standard Time. That's the time I'm in. So yeah, stop by. I put some announcements in my Discord. Leave a link in my description for the Discord. Me and a few other YouTubers, we're just gonna be having a talk about the New Year's, new goals we're going into the New Year's with. We want a lot of our viewers to stop by and like kind of give us their New Year's resolutions and like talk to us and just kind of talk about like new strategies you could go through life with and stuff like that. I hope to have some interesting conversations with y'all, but I invite all of you guys to stop by tomorrow, 4 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. Let's just keep it in that time, convert your own time zone. And yeah, other than that, guys, do something productive today. I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest. I'll catch you up later. Peace out.